Hey, welcome to the Energy Auditor 101 class. This is just an introductory video to kind of give you an explanation of what you can expect from the class. So I'm going to do a class overview, talk about what is involved in the class, what you can get from it, talk about how you join the class, how you'll turn in assignments, how you get credit for the class, and what your final project will look like. So what can you expect, or what's an overview of the class? The whole purpose of this class is for us to take a deep dive into every aspect of the energy audit. So we're going to spend a lot of time in the Neat MIA software talking about, what do you do with this field or that field? How do you evaluate a furnace properly? How do I evaluate these walls? Just all of those things in the energy audit. But we're also going to take some time with all the other required documentation, such as your ASHRAE estimate, your health and safety assessment, your combustion analysis, and so forth. So we're going to go in through all of the details of every aspect of an energy audit. When you're done, you will have one complete energy audit done. And that is your final project. When you're done, you'll be turning in one full energy audit. So that's what you can expect to get from the class. How do you join the class? Well, you should have received kind of a welcome email from me, and in there a link to this video and also a link to join the class. So if you'll click on that link, it should take you to into the class. One thing to note, you have to be logged into at gmail.com for this to work. If you're logged into at utah.gov or anything else, even though it's a Google account, it won't work. It has to be at gmail.com. So if you don't have one of those, you can create one for free. Just click right here. But if you click on that to join, it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. If it does not take you to a screen that looks like this, then there will be a plus sign right up here. You can click on that plus, and there will be two options. One will say join, the other one will say create. You'll want to join, so select join, and then it's going to ask you for a class code. If you need that class code, you can click on this link again, and you'll notice that up in this corner, or up in the URL, it will have basically the last 6 to 8 digits. It'll have an equal sign, and then there'll be like 6 or 8 digits. The code is those last 6 or 8 digits. So if you need those, just look at that URL. You can copy that into the code box, and then it will take you into the class. I'm not really sure what you'll see on your end, so hopefully one of those two versions will happen. Either you'll come straight in here, or you'll have to just hit the plus sign. Once you do get in the class, it's called the Energy Auditor 101, and it's the online version, and our current version is 2020. So it should be either 2020 or newer. And you'll see a couple of tabs up here at the top. The first one says stream, and the stream it's just going to tell you every time something's posted, every time I make a change to the class. I really don't use that stream very much, so you don't need to worry about trying to read or keep up with whatever's in the stream. You can basically just click on the next tab, which says Classwork, and this is where all of your classwork is. I've tried to break it up into a bunch of little modules that are kind of digestible chunks, and then I put them in kind of a chronological order. You're welcome to jump ahead if you want, but you will need to, in order to get credit for the class, you will need to turn in every one of the assignments. And so, you may want to do them in order. You're welcome to jump out of order. Don't get too far ahead, or you'll notice there's some gaps in what you're understanding. But just to kind of show you what this looks like, we'll just go to module number 2. It says take audit photos, and A04, that's just the numbering system we use, that your audits photos, that they are required to be in your file, and they're required to be the 4th document in your file, and we label that as A04. So But this is what it looks like. There's going to be, you can kind of look at these icons and see if there's an assignment or something, but this one says watch video A04 on taking audit photos. So I'm going to view this assignment. It has a link to the video, and then you can just go through this and mark stuff off as you've done it. So if all you have to do is watch the video, then watch the video, and when you're done, click this button, and then when you get back to this screen, you'll be able to see that you've finished that part of it. Sorry, this screen right here. But other things like audit photos assignment, you'll actually have to turn in something. So it says review assignment. Follow instructions in the attachment. So there's the assignment, and this assignment is discussed in the video. You need to complete the assignment and turn it in. How do you turn it in? Well, if it's a document, like in this case, you're going to take photos of a job, whether it's your house or a client's house. You're going to take a bunch of photos, and you'll turn that into a PDF document, and you will click this button to add or create, and you would either attach it as a file, or if you had it as a Google Doc or something, you could just attach it there. But you'll add all of your assignments or turn in all of your assignments by clicking on the add or create button, and then when you're done, you can mark it as done. And then this will just show you how I will grade it. Some of these things actually have a little rubric, but I'm trying to be very consistent in the way that I grade, but all this is just based off of the way that I monitor. So my hope is that once you've seen what kind of grade you get and what kind of response you get from me, you'll start to get a feel for what your monitoring would look like based on, if you had an audit that looked just like that. So anyway, the goal is to go through all of these modules, do all of the assignments, watch all of the videos, and complete all of the quizzes. Now, as you will find out, there's a quiz and then there's a review of the quiz, and if you really wanted to ace all of your quizzes, you could go and watch the review first and then just mark down all the answers. But I hope that you don't do that. My hope for you is that you'll take the time and learn as much as you can from this. I hope you will only get out of this what you put into it. If you're just trying to check the boxes, I have no way of knowing, and that's really up to you. So do what works best for you, but I hope that you'll take the time to learn as much as you possibly can. I would recommend that you take the quiz first and then watch the video to review the quiz. That way you'll learn. If you missed anything, you'll learn why you missed it, and hopefully within the quizzes or the videos of the quizzes, there'll be some little nuggets of information for you that will help you better understand what you're doing. When you're done with all of the other modules, you need to turn in a final project. The end of course assignment, that is that you're going to turn in one full audit. It's going to have all of the required documents, and you're going to submit it by clicking there. When I get that, I will review that just like I would review any job that I will come and monitor, and I will give you some feedback. So again, it should give you a very good feel for how I monitor. You will put in a whole bunch of time. You'll get scores on all these things, but you will not get credit for the class until you've turned in all of those assignments, plus this end of course assignment and your course evaluation. This is just a little survey where you can give us some feedback. Once I've received all those, then I will issue you a certificate of completion from the IWTC for 40 hours worth of coursework. So if you're needing that for your continued education or for your BPI application or anything like that, that might be valuable to you. Anyway, and then please note this is kind of evolving. You can see even in my video I haven't finished all the modules, but I'm working on that. I'd love your feedback if there are any major gaps in the information, or if, any comments on how it could be improved. Feel free to send them my way. So thank you and enjoy the class.